listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kierstead. Kevin.
I'm 6'5", 250, and trained, so bring that shit on, bitches.
I was listening to Truth on Tap with Kevin A. Kierstead last night. I've never really called into Kevin's show or gotten into any banter to him because, to be honest with you, he's way too intellectual for me. I mean, I'm no dummy, but this guy, I don't think I can hang with him verbally in just, discussing the issues. He's a really smart guy.
That's Wes Johnson. Find him at wesjohnson.com. The greatest on-air personality to ever bless the United States of America.
He does a really good show. It's very professionally done. He's on iHeartRadio.
I can sniff out bullies from a mile away, and I love to go after them. I am not alpha male until an alpha male shows up and tries to start bossing me around. That's when the alpha male comes out in me. I'm an alfalfa male. Once an alpha male gets in my face, I'm an alfalfa male. The cowlick pops up on the back of the head.
Every once in a while you have to go to war.
The can'ts rise to become high waters. I got my dukes up.
I'm gonna, what do you call it, mute my mic so I don't deafen you, or defecate on you. And, oh shit, he made a poop noise. And then we're gonna...
And I'm ready to rock and roll. Give him a little Jack Johnson, Yeah.
Truth on Tap is now flowing from iHeartRadio. Get your Kierstead fix by Googling Truth on Tap with Kevin A. Kierstead. All the truth you can handle running hot on iHeart, Facebook, Spreaker, and more. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth on Tap.
Do it now, lick it good, suck this pussy just like you should.
All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck,
his neck,
my back,
his back,
lick my pussy and my crack.
His crack.
First you gotta put your neck into it. Don't stop, just do it, do it. Then you roll your tongue from the crack back to the front, and then you suck it off till I shake and come, nigga. Make sure I keep busting nuts, nigga. All over your face and stuff. Slow head, show me so much love. My neck,
his neck,
my back,
his back,
lick my pussy and my crack.
His crack,
my neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. Lick my pussy, Bobby. You might roll dubs, you might have G's, but fuck that nigga, get on your knees. Try me, I'll make you see. Your bitches ain't got shit on me. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck,
his neck,
my back,
his back,
lick my pussy and my crack.
His crack,
my neck,
his neck,
my back,
his back,
lick my pussy and my crack.
This is Don Imus. You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kierstead. You're gonna like it, or I'll kick your ass.
Name an animal whose eggs you'd probably never eat for breakfast.
Hamster.
Hamster. Name something in your house you would yell at if it stopped working.
Probably spouse.
An old woman's breasts.
Things that sag.
Reason you might stay indoors on a beautiful day.
Because it's raining? Something made of wool.
Sheep.
Police commissioner said, I think Batman and Robin are blank.
Queer.
Name a day of the year when you really want to be with friends.
December.
Name something normally worn only by children. Michael.
Clothes.
We asked 100 women, name something women borrow from each other. Chris.
One another's husbands.
Their husbands, Chris.
Next question, gentlemen. What is the one thing the people on the other side of your street have more of than you do?
Cars.
Cars. Your wife said they have more grass than you do.
Grass. What have you done?
I wouldn't bet on that.
What's the name? A famous robber. Joe.
Cops. I said, name a time that most people get up. And being the Einstein that you are, you said morning. When I get up, our survey said zip. Now, if that wasn't bad enough,
Wait for this one.
I then said, name a time that most people go to bed. You said, of course, night. Our survey said 2.
You know what is so great about this show? We have talented people like the Ramiro family on our show. Paul is a concert pianist. Steve, what do you do?
I sell frozen bull semen for artificial insemination.
All right, Steve.
How you doing?
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
What's your story?
Well, I'm in young girls' pants. I manufacture pants.
Name part of the telephone.
The bottom part.
One of the 3 bears.
Yogi.
Name something with a hole in the middle. Michelle?
Hole punch.
I know everyone in America said what the audience did. What'd she say?
Okay, fill them in.
You.
No, that's incorrect. I'm sorry. Fill the blanks in order or pick a tile, Chris, whatever you want to do. Okay, fill them in.
I.
No, sir, that's incorrect. Okay. Fill them in.
A.
Wrong. I've never had this happen. It's the first time. Chris?
I know it.
You know it? All right, fill it in.
O.
Yes.
I.
Yes.
T.
Yes.
E.
Yes, sir.
I made 100 people and asked them to name a way of toasting someone. Michelle.
Over fire.
If you could travel to any foreign country in the world, where would you go?
Pakistan.
I wrap rubber bands around my T-shirt and stick it in tie-dye. Yes. These are the ugly sandals that lesbians wear.
Birkenstocks.
What was the most infantile suggestion you made to your wife on your first date, Joe?
We're going to pause it because I need to give y'all the rundown who this is. Look, you know, RD's in the chat room having a good time. I shouldn't have interrupted that. Why did I interrupt that? But I felt like it wasn't fair. Whoa, that's loud. Yeah, that's loud. I'm going to make sure I'm coming through. Yep. And it's not right for me not to say, hey, this is a live me. How y'all doing tonight? I was listening to Guy Shea and Debbie Daly earlier. We were descending into a chaotic kind of a thing. And I felt, let me explain the personalities involved here. Debbie hosted the show. She's not afraid to just throw on a show anytime. Guy called in, and as you know, Guy and Debbie have kind of made up. And then Stabby's in the chat room. Now, I don't know what's going on with One Angry Jew. I got no love for him, no hate for him. Just he's doing his thing. Guy hates him right now. Debbie hates him right now. Steve, whoever his name is, hates him right now. But Stabby seemed a little disturbed. And tell me if I'm wrong about Stabby RD. I just see him as a guy, he doesn't necessarily like to create arguments. He likes to question your reason. I mean, if you think about, and I may be a little bit too in support of Stabby right now. Maybe I don't know him like I think I do. But to me, if you look at the life of Socrates, what Stabby's doing right now is all Socrates ever did. You could come up to Socrates and say, I know there's a God. And he'd say, prove it. And once you laid out your evidence, he'd say, what about items A and C there? They contradict each other. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's forcing you to think about what you believe in. And I think about all these religions. RD, you're a perfect example. Let's look back in time. So we go back 4 years, RD. And if I get into an uncomfortable spot, let me know. Just because we share only truth in this network doesn't mean we have to share all the truth. Go back 4 years in RD's life. He's on a bandwagon. He's on a bandwagon. And the bandwagon is conspiracy theories. And the bandwagon is kill all minorities and kill all Muslims. And he started thinking. Now, this is a dangerous man at this point because he started thinking. Some people might misinterpret that as he's softened up. They may misinterpret that as, well, he just wanted to get off the bandwagon so he'd have somebody to fight because everybody was on that bandwagon. There are individuals that do that. They look for the least popular position just so they can fight with others. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, one of my roommate's cats, I consider mine too, in here right now. He's a Siamese. His name is Agamemnon. There. He's in here. He wanted to rub his face all up on the... No, we're not playing right now. You're not going to bite me. I know how you do when I pet your stomach. He's like, I dare you, motherfucker. I dare you to put your hand on my stomach. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. All right. Yeah, sorry that I'm sober. Oh, he just fell off the fucking bed. Aggie. He ain't right. I'm the only one sober right now on the network, so that may, it depends on what you're in the mood for right now. I'm going to be sober. I will do some more comedy, but we're going to talk mostly this show, along with answering the chat room, which I always do. We're going to talk a little bit about something Debbie said earlier, which kind of put me on guard. I gotta clear that up. I gotta get the air cleared there. And then the second thing is we're going to continue to talk about the human mind. Why is it we believe what we believe? And I'm going to pick on religions here a little bit. I have to, because they are such a prime example of people just believing what they're told to believe. And I encourage every human across the world, evil or good, do your own thinking. Don't let anybody do your thinking for you. This show tries to guide you toward the great principles of the best minds we've ever produced in this species. All subjective, of course. But the reason and the logic, not so subjective. Pretty verifiable, pretty provable, pretty repeatable. You can't get much more scientific than a logic puzzle. And when you start putting words and languages and emotions into these logic puzzles and coming out with certain results, you can't ignore them. Anyway, so we'll have some fun. Earlier, Debbie said, I know somebody on this network who all he does is talk to his chat room. And I think I know who she's talking about. But see, I've been that guy lately. So I obviously can't judge that. And because I can't get my fucking shit set up correctly to take calls. Because here's what happened. Long story short, it's truly a long story short. I had an old computer. I had everything set up perfectly. Then Barco sent the mixer and the mic. I had to go in and reset up everything. Then I got a new computer. Then I had to reset up everything for the mixer and mic. And now I'm not using the mixer and the mic anymore. So I have to go back to the old setup, which I have no real record of. So Windows gives me a fit when I try to set up everything. So I still don't have calls working. I worked on it for about an hour today. And I was getting no audio out of Radio Boss. And I was tired. So yeah, no calls this show. I'm very sorry about that, but I will answer your questions and or repeat some of your statements from the chat room. I don't mind that at all. RD says, one of my favorite McKenna quotes is appropriate to the Stabby situation. He says, the cost of sanity is alienation. The cost of sanity is alienation. It almost sounds oversimplified to me, RD, because I think you can be perfectly sane and still have friends. But groupthink is a powerful driving force. There are, I don't like to talk about Spreaker drama, but we do it once in a while. And since what you just said applies to it, we have to. What I see people at Spreaker, mostly the listeners, not so many of the hosts, but some of them too, they wave back and forth. They're like weeds in a field. Have you noticed? And they look around to see which way the other weeds are blowing, and then they